Hello, you guys. Welcome back to the channel. We are in a new setup. If you couldn't tell, you see, I got Tiana, I got Ariel, I got Gamora, but I got the blue walls. Um, Technical difficulties. Life has been difficulting, but we're back, and I'm here to give you the story time. Okay. Now, at this point on my channel, I feel like I may as well just do a video about growing up PWI or make a PWI series because you didn't read that title incorrectly. She told everybody my dad was in jail. I'm not joking, even though I wish I was, but I'm not. I feel like I could do a whole series on growing up PWI as a Black girl. If you don't know what PWI means, it stands for a predominantly white institution, which the context of that, me growing up like that, matters for the story because we gonna take it back to elementary school. So let's get into it. So the girl who this story time is about, I'm not even gonna give her a fake name. Let's use her real name because I feel like her real name just gives villain, like it gives exactly who she was. No shade to anybody who got this name, but the name was Penelope. Yeah, I was like 8 when this happened. I'm 21 now and I still remember. Penelope was this girl. I don't know how to explain myself as a child. Like I always had like that fire in me, you feel me? Like I'm a Scorpio, but I just I wasn't too confrontational. I just remember I didn't like this girl because she just gave like mean girl vibes, but I never actually like confronted her or really interacted with her. Like she was friends with one of my friends and she was just so mean to her. Like you guys know those dynamics of little kids who just like they when they like get the vibe that they can like boss someone around, like they just boss them around. Like that was literally her and my friend. Like she was just so mean. Like she would always boss my friend around, like tell her what to do. And so I just kind of steered clear of her, like, like, all right, Penelope. So yeah, this girl was not only someone who obviously went to my elementary school, she was also my neighbor, y'all. And when I say neighbor, like I literally mean neighbor. Like I could look out the window and see her house, like not in the neighborhood, literally my neighbor. And my friend that she happened to always boss around was actually my neighbor too, but she lived a little bit farther, like around the corner. Um, so before everybody had an iPhone at 8 years old, let me not sound like a Gen Z old head, okay? But for real, when we used to go outside and we used to ride bikes and be like, "Mom, can you text my friend in the store? We're gonna give her the name Lila. Like, can you text Lila's mom and say like we're gonna meet and go biking?" And then we used to go out and hang out. So like obviously when you're a kid, you made friends in your neighborhood, but it was even more fun that I had like a friend who's in my neighborhood and she played basketball too and she was in elementary school, like, "Hey girl, if you're watching," because I know she's subscribed and she's still my friend till this day. So one day we do what kids do, like we want to hang out. Like we meet up, we go get our bikes or whatever. And I just remember we're just playing, chilling in the neighborhood. And I remember, when kids, like, those kids who don't really know how to like bring things up. Like, I feel like kids are either like super blunt or they just like slip something in there. And I feel like my friend, like, she was kind of timid. And so, like, I just like heard her say something like that didn't sound right. Like, it was kind of like a question, but she was kind of like timid to ask it. And we were playing, and I was just like, wait, like, what did you say? Like, what do you mean? I was confused by what she said. Y'all, she repeated herself, and this is what was said. She's basically like, "Cause your dad's in jail, right?" What? I literally just heard, I feel like I heard that and nothing else that she said. I back it up. I'm just like, wait, like what? She's like, I thought that your dad was in jail. And I was like, why would you think that? Mind you, Penelope, this girl, the mean girl that I never talked to, that always bosses this friend around, who doesn't know anything, never been to my house, never none of that, but she is my neighbor. She's like, I don't know. Penelope just told me that like your dad was in jail and he's been in jail for like years and he's like in jail right now. And like that's what she told me. So I'm just like, well, he's not in jail. Like, I don't know why she said that. And she's just like, "Oh, okay." And you guys know how kids are. Like it's so funny. You guys literally get over stuff so quick. Like I was so flabbergasted, but I literally just feel like the rest of the day was just like a regular play date. But y'all, oh, the reason I feel like this random story that is still in my head to this day could be a part of the PWI story time is y'all. I'm the only black person in this story. Okay, where I grew up, me and my family were the only black family on the street, probably like one out of three in the neighborhood. And so this girl, Penelope, was obviously white and had something against me, obviously, because she spread lies about me and she doesn't know anything. And, but like, out of all the lies, it's like, it doesn't like register, I feel like, when you're a kid. But I remember just like when I told my parents that, and I was like, yeah, like, why would she say that? And like, now that I'm an adult, that's like crazy that like, out of all the lies you could have made up about like someone you don't like for whatever reason, the lie she made on the black girl was that her dad was in jail. I, because literally what could be the context of that? My parents are together. They've been together for many years before I was born. Still to this day, we all lived in the same house. Like what could possibly make her think that? I just it's like so not funny, but like it's funny. Like if you're a black person or a person of color who grew up PWI, like when you think of stuff like this, you just have to laugh because what was that? Like I just remember coming home and like telling my parents and like kind of like that's crazy. Why would she say that? And my parents, obviously two black adults, are kind of just like, she said that about you? I'm just like, yeah, why would she think that? And what's so funny, y'all, is like when you grow up PWI, I feel like you just remember all the BS. Like I'm telling you, I'm sure if you're someone else who grew up PWI, comment the stories you have because I know you have stories. We could talk in the comments because I literally remember so many little things. And I remember I told this story on TikTok like a couple months ago, and I remember like my friend who told me that, like who said that girl told her that lie, she commented and was like, "What? When was this?" Like, I'm like, "Girl, she was a part of the story and she didn't even remember this, but I remember. I definitely remember." Like, I swear, I always say, like, I'm so down to make a series about, like, growing up PWI as a black girl because there's just so much I could talk about. Like I could talk about middle school in my white friend group. I was the only person of color, plus Crystal. Hey, Crystal. But I was the only black person. Everybody else was white. And I could talk about that, and I could talk about how I remember they came to like a family party, and then like at the end of the party they said that like they wanted to have kids with a black man so like they could dance and have rhythm like me. I could talk about that. Uh, And mind you, if anyone knows me in real life, I don't dance. And when I dance, I can't dance either. I can hit you with the two step, and I'm not doing anything more because I'm not trying to embarrass myself. So I really don't know what they were talking about. But anyway, or I could talk about how this white guy in middle school one time just straight up asked me out of nowhere, like, why I don't act like other black people. And when I asked what did he mean, he said, because you don't cuss or talk ghetto. I could talk about that.
I know about white people too. Like when they talk, they say the whole word like this.
I could talk about that. There's so many silly little stories on my mind, but that is the story of when yeah, people made up a rumor that my dad was in jail, and they told people. I'm pretty sure another neighbor said this too, but like, or I'm pretty sure she told more people, but like my real friend was the only one who told me. But yeah, she spread a rumor um that my dad was in jail. PWI life, am I right?
Fetch. Oh, it's like slang from England. So if you're from Africa, why are you white? Oh my god, Karen, you can't just ask people why they're white.
That's the story, y'all. that is the story for today. Like I said, technical difficulties. Life has been difficulting. I'm settling in. Let me know how you guys feel about the new setup. If you like the Funko Pops, you like all that. I'm trying to figure out like this new room. But I wanted to, get back in my groove and drop a quick little story time before I come with much more content as usual. If you guys enjoyed the story time, I have many other story times in my story times playlist. If you want to laugh at my trauma, at my lived experiences, it's okay. It's okay. I'm a little funny. I'm a little funny. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for making it to the end of this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. I would really appreciate it. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye.